Hey everyone! In this video, we're going to walk through an important feature in Tradetron called Initialize Variables. Before we get into how to use it, let's quickly understand why this feature is actually useful. In a lot of strategies, you'll want to capture a value at the start of strategy and then use that same value later in your logic. That's exactly what Initialize Variables helps you do. It lets you store values right at the start of the strategy and then reuse them throughout the day. Alright, so let's see how this works. Inside the Strategy Builder, you'll find a section called Initialize Variables. Click on Add, and this is where you can create variables to store different types of data. For example, you can store an instrument name, a price, or even some calculated value. Let's take a simple example. Say you want to capture the ATM call option right at market open. You can create a variable and assign it using the instrument name keyword. Inside that, you'll select the exchange, the underlying asset, the expiry, and then choose Call. For the strike, you'll use ATM Spot. Right now, an ATM is calculated on the spot because a futures-based ATM isn't available at the moment, but that will be supported in the future. So what this does is, it stores the exact instrument at that moment. Now, in a similar way, you can create another variable to store the price of that instrument. For that, you'll use the LTP keyword. And again, you'll select the instrument name just like you did earlier. You can also store things like strike price, using functions like rounding, or by referencing spot price. So essentially, what you're doing here is creating a snapshot of the market at a specific time. Now here's where things get really important. And this is something a lot of people misunderstand. Initialize variables are not written every time a trade happens, and they're not written continuously during the day. They are written only once, when a new run counter starts and the bot gets assigned to the strategy. So basically, the moment your strategy actually starts running for that cycle, that's when these variables are created. And after that, they stay fixed. Now here's another thing that confuses a lot of users. Let's say your strategy becomes active, but no trade is taken the entire day. In that case, the variables are still created internally, but you might not see them in the runtime data section. Why? Because runtime data usually becomes visible on the front end only after a trade is executed. So even if you don't see them, the variables are already there and working. Now what happens the next day? If your strategy is still active and no new run counter has started, then Initialize Variables will not be created again. They were already created the first time the bot was assigned. So just remember this one simple rule. Initialize Variables are written only once per run counter, not daily, not per trade, and not repeatedly. Alright, now let's move to how you actually use these variables. Inside your conditions, you can use the Get Runtime keyword to fetch the stored values. This lets you compare current market data with the values you stored earlier. For example, you might want to check if the current price has moved above or below your stored price. So what you would do is use LTP, and inside that, select Get Runtime to fetch your stored instrument. Then you compare it using something like less than, and again use Get Runtime to reference the variable where you stored the earlier LTP. This way, you're comparing live data with your stored reference point. And that's what makes your strategy much more dynamic. Now, just a couple of important things to keep in mind. Variable names are case-sensitive, so you need to use them exactly the same way when calling them. Initialize variables are not supported in list-based strategies, so keep that in mind while designing your logic. So, in simple terms, initialize variables help you capture, store, and reuse data within your strategy. And this becomes really powerful when you're building more advanced logic. Alright, that's it for this one. In the next video, we'll see how to actually use these variables inside a complete strategy. Thanks for watching.